All right, we are now in April. We've had a bunch of shoes drop. Well, here are my top 10 so far of 2023. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? It's Luce of the Way Your Kicks channel, and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be reviewing my personal top 10 sneakers of 2023. Also, guys, if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop one of these videos. And for those of you who have seen my videos before and have not yet subscribed, feel free to do the same. I'd love for you to join. Now, before we get into my list, I just want to give you a quick announcement as far as the $50 50 subscribe winner, which I'm going to be selecting tomorrow during a live, and I believe I'll be able to go live around 11 o'clock. I'll be putting out a notification on YouTube letting you know as far as what time tomorrow to be sure, so be on the lookout for that. All right, now without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these top 10 sneakers. All right, starting off at number 10, we are looking at the New Balance 9060 in the sea salt blue colorway. The retail price point on that sneaker was $150. They dropped March 4th. Personally, I really liked the sneaker. I put it in my top 10 because I love the colorway. But again, this wasn't a cop for me just because for whatever reason, I just can't get around some of the shaping of the shoe to actually cop and buy. But I love the way it looked overall. I just couldn't see myself wearing it. And let's move on from it. Now, I know some of you guys are about to crucify me in the comments for the next one, but coming in at number 9 for me is the Space Jam 1 Mids. And I loved this sneaker overall. Well, not initially. It actually grew on me as I decided to, really give it a few days to see how I felt about it. But this is definitely a unique looking Jordan 1. I think if these came in the highs, they probably would have done killer as far as the hype is concerned. But, most people hate mids. I like mids over here, so there's no shame in my game when it comes to rocking a pair of mids. But these were retailed at $135. They dropped on January 23rd of 2023. And let's move on to number 8. All right, coming in at number 8, we have the Jordan 1 Low Concords. And I overall think these are a way better alternative to the Panda Dunks that they keep releasing and releasing and releasing. These retailed at $120. They dropped on January 17th, actually 6 days before the Jordan 1 Mids. And technically, these are supposed to be seen as a pack with the Jordan 1 Mids. But you know what? As I said, I think this is a beautiful looking sneaker. It's a way better alternative to the Pandas. But let's move on to number 7. All right, coming in at number 7, we have the Air Max 1 Big Bubble. They dropped on March 26th. Retail price point was $150. I overall like the sneaker, and the best part about it is that it's an OG. It was the first of its kind, but it wouldn't have been a keep for me. I was actually going after them for a friend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to help get him the pair. Hopefully he's got a pair coming to him at some point, or maybe somehow I can help him out. But that was number 7 on my list. Coming in at number 6, I have the Jordan 1 High Women's Reverse Laneys, guys. Retail price point on this sneaker was $180. They released February 17th, 2023. And I put these on the list at number 6 because overall, the colors don't necessarily allow you to rock them with a bunch of different outfits, but the leather quality on here is definitely top tier. And you know what? I was seeing these sneakers and I said, I gotta have these. So that's why they're at number 6 for me. All right, so now we're getting into my top 5. And coming in at number 5, I have the Jordan 13 Playoffs, guys. And man, this is a beautiful, beautiful sneaker, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. The retail price point on these was $210, and they dropped in February. I was super excited when they announced that they were coming back out with these. I was not able to get them when I was younger, and now that I have them in the collection, I love to have these shoes. And I actually wore these in my vlog that I did going to see the movie Air. If you have not seen that vlog, go ahead and check that video out. And after you see the movie, make sure you comment on there and let me know what you thought about the movie yourself. But like I said, guys, these are in my top 5. Let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4, I'm going with the Tiffany Air Force Ones. Now, I don't have a pair of those. I didn't even really go after them, but I like the overall uniqueness of the sneaker. And I love the fact that based on telling the right kind of story, a sneaker can really take the community by storm. There were a lot of people going after that shoe. Besides the whole resale market point of that, even with the little Tiffany piece of silver on the back, I just thought overall with the materials, the story with them, that it was a great sneaker, something great to have in the collection, and that's why I got it at number 4. All right, so now we're getting into my top 3, and coming in at number 3 is the Jordan 5 UNCs. I felt as though this was definitely a beautiful looking sneaker. I love the university blue colorways that Jordan brand likes to put on the sneakers. The inside was definitely premium looking with that quilted looking inside, guys, and just the overall blue UNC colorway all over. Now, a lot of people didn't like the collegiate patch on the back, but that doesn't necessarily bother me too much at all. These came out at retail price point of $225 and they dropped on March 4th. Now let's get into my top 2 sneakers of 2023 so far. All right, coming in at number 2, I went with the Jordan 4 Pine Green SBs, guys. No, I do not have them at number 1. I personally, overall, and it's maybe kind of crazy, I didn't necessarily get the hype of the shoe, but really why I have it at number 2 is because it is the first of its kind, and I think that that's always something very significant, especially for one of the OG silhouettes like the Jordan 4 is. And in this case, they re-engineered the sneaker to fit more of a skating performance type of shoe, and I feel as though that over time, the appreciation for this sneaker is definitely going to go up. Now, we are supposed to be getting more colorways of the shoe itself. They dropped on St. Patrick's Day, which was March 17th. The retail price point on these shoes was $225. And let's move into number 1. All right, guys, so I'm about to reveal my number 1 shoe so far of 2023. If you've made it this far, please hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate it. But the number 1 sneaker so far of 2023 is the Mischief Big Red Boots. I'm kidding. I'm completely kidding, guys. The Jordan 3 Reimagined 88 White Cements. This is my number 1 of 2023. This is a piece of history right here. And we know the story of this shoe. And if you don't know the story, this is the sneaker that kept Michael Jordan with Nike. These were designed by Tinker Hatfield, the same gentleman who gave us the Air Max 1 Big Bubble. And guess what? There's a little Tinker Hatfield trait right on here with showing the little air bubble as well. And guys, if you are an OG lover like me, this is definitely a must cop for the collection. And I'm so happy to have these. These came out in March. The retail price point was $210. And we all know some of the controversies surrounding this sneaker with the elephant print issues. Some of them missing the Nike symbol on the back with having the Jumpman, or just nothing at all. You just get the sale back tab. And also the raffles that were going on at JD Sport Finish Line, needing to have the QR code scanned in order to enter. I mean, there were a plethora of things going on concerning this shoe itself, but I'm glad to have it home here in my collection. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 sneakers so far of 2023. Let me know in the comments how I did. If you agree or disagree, let me know what your top 10 are. What would you take out? What would you put back in? I mean, I'm all for the discussion. I would love to have it with you guys. But overall, those are what I view as though being the top 10, and those would be sneakers that I might actually wear, except for maybe the New Balances. But my head's starting to wrap around them, and maybe at some point I pull the trigger and bring one on to the channel itself for a review. But in any case, guys, this is Lewis of the Wear Your Kicks channel, reminding you that every day is a great day to wear your kicks.